Hey, Robert, how you doing? Good afternoon. Happy Monday. Can you hear me? All that good stuff. Okay, hello. The screen is hard for me to see. Hold on. We should all have the PDFs. Hey, Jim. Anyway, I just came back from the doctor, get the result of my MRI. You ready for this? I'm an old fart, man, I'll tell you that. Arthritis of the spine. So I have to go in for some sort of needle injection for steroids in my neck. Just thinking about it, man, gives me the shakes. But if it's going to make things better, back where they were, hey, what's a little pain? Anyway, I'm going to see if I'm going to hit on the Satin Doll PDF. Now, if I'd never mentioned the fact on the PDF that it was Satin Doll, you notice 2, 4, 6, 8 measure increment. There's no introduction. So, let's got my spine. Anyway, let's go to the PDF. I don't want to spend a lot of time with this. I did something a little unusual. I've come up with this exercise. I've been doing the exercise for a long time. But the exercise that I'm going to deal with today, or expose you to, is concentration, coordination, and timing. But anyway, first, before we go there, I'm not going to get in detail with the Satin Doll thing. It's just a matter of mechanics for you to work with. If you took the accents, okay, and if you know the beginning, not the introduction, it's a 4-bar intro. This is the head. This is the first A section. All right, we're going to play just the accents. I'm going to play 1 and the 2 and the 3 on the 4 tom. 1. Da ba do ba ba. Da do ba. Da do ba. Da do dee da. Now, can we hear the melody in there? Da ba do da ooh da. Da ba do da da do ba. Da do ba. Da do boo dame 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Da ba do da. With me playing the accent only, can you hear the melody, guys? Yes, some? Hello, some? All right. We're going to get to that tonight. I want to really spend some time with this. A long time ago, I heard a video with Vinny Colaiuta. Now, Vinny Colaiuta is one of my man. So I expanded on what he was playing as, hey, that's a great exercise to develop concentration, timing, creativity. Okay? So, without a metronome, we're going to count quarter notes, or we can count 16th notes. 1E and... Oh. How you doing, Ed? How you doing, Robert? We're going to do, I mean, you guys said hello before. We're going to count 1E and the 2E and the 3E and the 4E and the... Now, some guys have 2 floor tom-toms. Some guys have 2 small tom-toms. You should have that much, right? We're all there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit my floor tom-toms. And I'm going to say, okay, nice and easy. I want to get a nice feel. 1E and the 2E and 3E and the 4. 1E and the 2, 3, 4. Now always remember that on the count of 1 and 3, it's the same tom-tom. 1E and the 2, 3E and the 4, 2 cymbal, 3E and the 4, 1E and the 2E and 3 and the 4, 1. So get a nice feel. Now that leaves my bass drum, my snare drum, my left hand, and my hi-hat open. Okay? So now, I'm going to be creative. And this is more or less your ability exercise. You're concentrating all the time. You know, throughout the exercise, if you start 1 here, and you got it somewhere along, you're getting 1 and 3 here, something went wrong someplace. Do you understand that? Let me just give you an example of what I want to do. 1E and a 2E and 3E and a 4 and 1E and a 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, Jesus, that symbol distracted me. I got to move that out of the way. Do you understand what I'm doing? 1E and the 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do we get what the idea? That symbol keeps getting in my way. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me fix that. I just changed some drum heads. A little uncomfortable. Hold on. That should do it. Okay. Now, the concentration that you're doing is that 1, 2, 3, 4 are in the same spot all the time. Okay? So I have, that allows me there's no set exercise. As long as you maintain 1E and the 2E and 3, 4, 1, you're nice and slower. 1E and the 2E and... So I'm randomly just playing anything I want, maintaining the 1 and 3. The 1 and 3 is in the same spot. The 2 and 4 is in the same spot. Do we understand that, gentlemen? This is a good concentration exercise for timing, for focus, and being creative. I need some input here. There's no PDF sheet on this at all. It's just being creative, but maintaining this posture. Hello? Do we understand that? You got it? It's a good exercise just to focus in on your timing. 1E and 2E. Anything goes now. Now your focus is on that 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time you come to the 1, it's on the same time. And 3, it's on the same time. Every time you come on the 2 and 4, it's on the same time. So you want to, there's no pressure, there's nothing. Just as long as you don't break that rhythm. 1E and 2, 3, 4. You got it, Jim? You understand it. It's a good focus. Now, you could just sit there for 20 minutes. You want to put a metronome on, you lock yourself in a little bit more, but I'm kind of freeing it up. Ah! 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything you want, as long as you don't break the 1 and the 3. The 1, 3, the 1, 2, 3, 4. If you all of a sudden you're thinking 1E and the 2E, and you started there, and all of a sudden it's 1E and the 2, and you reversed it, well, you lost something there, and that's something for you to examine and retweak. Got it, Ed, Robert, Jim, and whoever else? How do you like the sound of that snare? Do we like this? You're listening, Jim. You guys like the sound of that snare? I changed the head and tuned it up. Now, this snare is a Slingerland snare drum. I reconditioned it. Why? Because I found it in the garbage. I brought all the chrome back. I repainted it black. I put new heads and a new strainer and new snares on it. Well, the other one was an expensive DW metal snare drum, metal and wood, chrome and wood. I like the sound of it, so I'm going to keep it for a while. Anyway, 1 E and the 2, 3. You go into sort of a meditation. And you're thinking, 1 E and the 2 E and the 3 and the 4. See what I'm doing? And you have to concentrate. Got it, guys? Just something new. Now, you don't want to restrict yourself to just single notes. I can go 1, 1 E, 1. As you get into it, there's so many different things you can do, technically. But I want to maintain this. Okay, it's a great exercise, I believe. What do you guys feel about that? Okay. Like I said in the beginning of the lesson, I just got back from the doctor's, and I'm feeling a little wacky. All right, I have to go get this procedure with an anesthesiologist and a needle in my neck. Ay, boom, that hurts. All right. Arthritis of the spine. It's affecting my whole left side. And the fluids are supposed to relieve that. All right. Do you understand the reasoning behind this? Jim, give me a reasoning behind this. Only Jim. I'm picking on you, Jim. Robert, you understand it. I know that. Ed, you understand it. All right. All right, let's go to the sheet, the PDF sheet. Now, the tune, Satin Doll, is a 32 measure tune, plus the introduction. I'm not going to write out the introduction. What I did was write out the first 8 lines, and I've used it with the triplet formation. Was it painful, Bob? All right. Anyway, let's go to the PDF sheet. Now, if you gentlemen remember the tune, this is only the 8 bars and the A section. Now, you've been getting from me triplet rolls, like, you know, you're going 1 and 2, or 1 and 2 and or 1 and 1 and 2 and stuff like that, and it was very mechanical. The only reason why, hey, Vern. Very good, Vern. How you doing? Everybody say hello to Vern. Vern just picked himself up some PDFs on the stick control formulas. All right, so we're working. I'm sorry if I didn't send you the PDF for today. It's a 8 measure, what you call it? It's 8 measures of Satin Doll. It's the A section. The sections for Satin Doll are A, B, A. I just took the A section, and like I just explained, instead of me giving you exercises to the quarter note, 2/8 notes, a quarter note, as a mechanical exercise, I want to give you an example, and you can do your own, okay, of some melodies. Now, if you take the sheet, you have the sheet there, Ed. And I am going to do a formula for you there, Vern, that you, okay? All right, now, if you look at the sheet, eliminate the triplets, rolls, and all that stuff. Just play the accents. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that's the first measure. So instead of me counting 1 and 2 and 4 and da ba da ba ba. All right, do you understand it? Instead of playing the triplets, I have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You get the feeling for that. Now you hum it. Ba boo da ba ba. Da do ba. Da boo da ba ba. Da do da. Da do da do. I missed the tempo there. You get the idea? Ed? Robert, you hear it? Okay. When you guys stop fooling around, we'll get into the lesson. Man, you guys are like criminals, man. Ha! Calm down here. Do we understand it? Do we hear the melody in there? I'm trying to teach the satin doll with a triplet roll. Do you understand or do you hear the melody just by playing the accents? At first, you're starting to count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's an 8-measure increment. While you're counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and just play the accents and count them for a while. Once you feel that, and instead of hitting the accents and counting, hum the accents. Ba ba do ba ba. Ba do da. And you'll hear it. Who's this? Hello, Charlie. All right, well, I'm going to continue on that tonight. I want to do something for Vern. Vern, seems I talked to Vern a couple times on Facebook, and he's here. That's a great thing. He wants to learn. So what we're going to do, it's not that you guys don't know this yet, but for those who don't, we're going to work it. And the guys who know it, you can revisit it. If you go to Stick Control Formulas number 1, it's designed as a one-surface exercise. Now, if you know what I mean by one surface, it's just a snare. Okay? Now, this is the first formula that you have in the book. R is going to become something. L is going to become something. So the first R is going to equal, anytime you see an R, it's going to be 3 notes, 3 triplets. 1 and da. Every time you come to a left, it's 3 lefts. 3 and da. So that's the formula. Now this is done in full strokes, half strokes, and quarter strokes, depending on the sound that you want, a loud sound, not a medium loud, or soft sound. I would highly recommend first working the hands. Working the hands. It's a loosen up exercise. So I have the first line. Now, Vern, this is directed at you. You see the first line, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. All you're going to be doing, full strokes. The full stroke is, when I throw the stick down, she comes right back to that position. It's a hand exercise. Nice and slow, the first line. 1, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. we understand that, guys? Vern, do you understand that? If I go to line 3, I have 2 rights, 2 lefts. I'm not going to do the whole thing. I'm just showing you what it is. You can take it upon yourself to do it, as long as you maintain the full stroke. This is line 3. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4. Now listen to the sound. My right side and my left side sound the same. Now this is optional. You could play your bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, and your hi-hat heel and toe 2 and 4. I'm going to play it a little faster with the bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, hi-hat 2 and 4. Vern, do you understand that? That's the first phrase. That's formula number 1. Charlie, Janito, is that it? How are you? Vern, do you understand that? That's the first phrase. Now you have 4 pages to do like that. You can do them in full strokes, half strokes, or quarter strokes. That's number 1. And number 2, we take it to the drum set and we do a substitution. Now, the first one was right, all 3 rights and 3 lefts. This time we're going to substitute it. All the rights become the bass drum. That's the substitution. And the left becomes still on the snare drum. So if I just did line 1 and line 2 with just those 2 voices, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next move would be against the jazz time. The 1 and the 2 and the 3, 4. Line 1. Line 2. Line 3. Sorry. Now, Vern, hope that helps you out somewhat. Just hang out with line 1, the formula number 1 and number 2. Work on them for a while, then we're going to hit number 3. Now, who is this Charlie? Hey, these glasses are worse than anything. Charlie, is this your first time here? Hey, Jim, can you put my email in there so Charlie could email me, and I will put him on my mailing list? Thank you. Now, Vern, Rasmussen, did you understand that? I think I'm going to label 1 lesson a week as a review or a revisit. Charlie, is this your first time here? That should be Gmail. Sorry. Missed the M. Yeah, well, that's been happening with YouTube. YouTube, I don't know, they've been doing some things, some crazy things, a lot of different changes. And, everything is like screwy. Press this button, boom, it explodes. Press that one, takes you to a porn site. I don't know what the hell's going on. Anyway, that's okay. Charlie, please respond. Matt calling Charlie. All right, anyway, I guess maybe Mr. Vern got booted as well. But I did this lesson for him especially. Now, do you guys understand that lesson I came up with focus, concentration, timing, and creativity? Do you understand that? What is this? That's a nice one, Jim. Thank you. And I will put you on my mailing list. Okay. Do we all understand 1E and the 2E and the 3 and the 4? We're going to go to the Satin Dolls this evening with the triplets. That's a nice exercise. You want to challenge yourself. Put the metronome on 70 or 60. And remember where the 1, 2, 3, 4 have to be consistent voices. If you choose 1 and 3 as the high tom, and with 2 and 4 as the low tom, you have to be there all the time. It's a good exercise, but you can feel free to do anything you want with the bass drum, the snare drum, and the hi-hat, or anything that you want, as long as you maintain that sound coming out. It is a good exercise. What is your opinion on that, guys? I guess Charlie Janto left. Ed, do you understand that exercise? Okay. Anyway, we will be working with, oh, these pop-ups are driving me crazy. Well, when you try it, Bob, if you're starting with the high tom on 1 and 3 and the low tom on 2 and 4, and all of a sudden it reversed itself, you just say, uh-oh. So there's something you need to tweak. And that's the object, the concentration. And it takes a lot of concentration. But it also opens up so many different doors for creativity. Again, Satin Doll tonight, triplet roll, and we'll kind of go over this again tonight. All right? No questions? And I wish YouTube would stop changing things around. Leave things alone. All right? No questions? No problems? 9 o'clock, my site, mattpatellalivelessons.com. If you don't have the stick control book, formula book, get it, or the PDFs. Okay? With that all being said, time for me to, I have to lay down, guys. Sorry. Have a good day.